Welcome to Crash Chords Autographs. I, of course, am Matt, a.k.a. Stormageddon, and this intro is going to be a little different, as I'm going to be talking about my time at FlameCon, as it is my FlameCon 2019 special. Second year in a row, I covered the event as press. I did not have my own panel this year, but I had something else really cool that we're going to talk about in a minute. But first, I, of course, as always, want to thank my patrons for supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/Stormageddon. That's, of course, Rob, Robert, MJ, and Case. If you'd like to get a shout out on this very show, you can go to patreon.com/Stormageddon and give at any level, I think $5 or higher, to get a shout out. But there is a $1 and $3 level as well if you just want to throw some money on my way because you like what I do. So enough about that nonsense and on to talking a little bit about FlameCon 2019. So I went for the first time last year in 2018, and my special for autographs was my panel about queerness and Doctor Who, which was really awesome. Shout out to Brian again for having me as a part of that panel. This year, I also had some interviews last year. This year, I spent more time taking in the con itself instead of speaking to people, and I saw a few more panels, which I didn't last year. There were some really great vendors. I want to shout out to Michelle Peluso, who is a badass artist and who was vending at the event and who is a childhood friend, and it was really cool to see her in a professional space selling her art. I want to also shout out Double Feature, which was a great artist who makes awesome posters, pins, and all sorts of other things. A little while back on my Instagram, you might have seen a cute little Nintendo Switch enamel pin with a smiley face. That's from them. I also want to shout out Fyodor, who was there last year, who I interviewed in last year's special, was there vending and selling art. His stuff is always really awesome. I love seeing his art. You should definitely check out his artwork online, Fyodor Pavlov. And then finally, of course, I want to talk a little bit about Lewd Alfred Douglas, who, if you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJ_Stormageddon, you might have seen me hanging out with Lewd while he drew my Barbarian character, which I actually played as over the weekend at FlameCon in a D&D campaign he ran in the game room. But also, he has a demo of a dating sim that he has been working on called Love and Exorcism. It's at fancyvampire.itch.io. You can play the demo there, give him and his partner on the project feedback about it, but it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. And he is also the one who ran the D&D campaign that was featured as a panel at FlameCon this year. And he was kind enough to let me record it and feature it as a special episode here. He does a lengthy intro, but the gist is it's called The Hedge. It's a D&D campaign he does with incredible players Anna Bosnick, Hazel Tart, and Johnny Panic, who were there, as well as Professor Cadbury, PhD, who was their rules lawyer for the campaign at FlameCon in case anyone had any questions or weren't sure of a rule. This way it didn't slow down the action, as it were. It was really cool to record this because I'd never actually been to a live play D&D podcast. I've listened to a bunch of them, but the fact that Lewd Alfred Douglas is allowing me, who is the DM, if I haven't mentioned earlier, of The Hedge, which is what the campaign is called, to let me record it and feature it as a special episode of Autographs is really humbling. It was really great. When we get into it, Lewd Alfred Douglas recorded a great little intro for me that brings you up to speed as we jump into the action of the campaign. It was really cool to be there live and to watch it. It's one of my highlights of this year's FlameCon, as well as palling around with Anja Keister and Hazel Tart, who were in Steven Universe cosplay on the second day, which was really fun as well. Shout out to my D&D campaign I played on Sunday that Lewd ran as well, with a bunch of great folks, including Sarah Tops and Dick Move, who have been on the show in the past. It was really just a great weekend. FlameCon is one of my favorite conventions. I try and make sure to go every year now since that first year I went, just because it's a smaller scale than a lot of other conventions, and so you can really kind of take your time, enjoy it, take in your surroundings. All of the artists and creators are super friendly and affable and really want to talk to you and engage. And it's just nice to kind of also wander the room and see all the cool things that are going on, see all the cool panels, Tons of my friends were there, previous guest of the podcast, and my co-host on Screen Snark, Rachel Quirky Shank, was there, along with their partner, John Henry. They cosplayed both days as well. I got to pal around with Sarah Tops for most of the weekend. I want to go into great detail about a bunch of the stuff that I saw, but honestly, it's one of those experiences that I feel like you have to really be there. But I do want to thank Michelle, who runs press for the event and gave me a press pass again this year. It was a blast to be able to cover the event and see it. Geeks Out, who runs FlameCon, put on a great event every year, and I really just want to thank them for putting on a really awesome queer convention that makes everyone feel welcome, and it's just a kind of warm embrace of nerdiness that's really great to be a part of every year. So shout outs to the Geeks Out crew and FlameCon. If you want to volunteer for FlameCon, they do take volunteers from the area. Anyone who wants to help, which is also a really cool thing to do. I'm hoping to continue to be able to cover the event for years to come because it's just such a blast. Everyone's super friendly, super considerate, and it's just a great community for queer nerds who want to be in a nerdy space that's for them, as opposed to a lot of other nerdy spaces that can feel kind of sterile or straight person focused. This is just nice to have a friendly queer space that everyone's welcome in. All that said, I think I've rambled enough. I think I really want the majority of this podcast to be about this great panel. Just a quick thank you again to everyone at FlameCon, people who came up to me, people who said hi. It's always really great to see you, and to all of the staff and support and framework that is Geeks Out and FlameCon. Thank you for letting me cover the event, and thank you for letting me host this podcast, this D&D live play on my humble little show. It's a blast. I look forward to going back next year. And without further ado, I am going to kick it off to our theme music, as I always do, and then it'll go right into the Hedge, which is an incredible D&D live play from FlameCon. So I hope you enjoy, and I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks.
Hello there, I'm Lewd Alfred Douglas, your GM for this FlameCon game. This is a single encounter from our private D&D 5th edition game in my homebrew world setting called The Upper Hedge. My players are all performers in New York's art scene. For this game, we have burlesque performer Johnny Panic playing Trick, the Fiend Warlock, drag queen Hazel Tart playing Dust, the Druid, and musician Anna Bosnick playing Alder, the Fey Warlock. Helping us with quick rules and references is Professor Cadbury, PhD. The Hedge is an untamed wilderness, where other realms occasionally bleed through to the material. It is populated by strange beasts, independent villages, and ancient, overgrown ruins from fallen civilizations. To the south of the Hedge is a man-made wall protecting a human-dominated kingdom called Hestiel. In the past few years, this kingdom has become aggressive towards non-human citizens, going so far as to evict a well-respected tiefling courtesan named Trick. In order to survive the purge, Trick made a bargain with an as-yet unknown demonic patron. He now finds himself in a wilderness that is friendly to him, but still alien. Native to the Hedge is Dust, a human with a strange lineage which manifests with a single horn in the middle of his forehead. Dust has a druidic bond with the creatures of the Hedge, and has recently discovered a unicorn had something to do with his birth. Lastly, Alder is a Fey brother, born from a druid's tree, growing in the corner of the Hedge which protects a portal to the Feywild. He is accompanied everywhere by his small cockatrice, Danger Chicken. These three companions have worked to protect the Hedge from the encroaching scouts from Hestiel, who seek to tame the Hedge and prepare it for colonization. These humans have experimented with corrupted twig blight pollen, weaving it into a weaponized noxious gas. Recently, their experiments were put to end by this group, who have dubbed themselves the Beverly.
We're the Beverly, and we come from far away. We're the Beverly, gonna kick her ass all day. We're the Beverly, don't you walk away, you better run. Come on, let's have some fun.
Trick, Dust, and Alder have traveled through the hedge on an errand. They have come upon a grove of trees protecting a small graveyard, with a beautiful statue at its center holding a mirror. Inspecting it, Trick has become mesmerized by his own reflection. Alder has sensed a great sickness and despair coming from the plants in the grove, as though they are corrupted by something deep in their roots. Then, a skeletal hand blooms from the earth and reaches up to grab Trick's ankle. Alder is quick to help with an eldritch blast, and that is where we'll join the adventure.
Right.
You're aiming at the little hand?
I guess, yes.
Yeah, because that's all you can see right now.
Yeah, if that's all I can see right now. Yep. Sure. That's a 3.
3 damage. Every little bit helps. But you hit, so
Okay.
you busted the barely hung together wrist bones, and
Sure.
if he were inclined to, Trick could now move.
Also, I just realized I do have Agonizing Blast. I don't know if that works. Does that work whenever I cast Eldritch?
It means you add your, you add your spellcasting modifier to your Eldritch Blast damage.
Fantastic. Plus 8.
Plus 8.
Wait, no,
Holy
plus
moly!
4, plus 4, plus 4.
Okay.
Didn't. Sorry.
Your Eldritch Blast is green, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
like this.
Yeah, it's like green sparklers going off right on the ground where this hand was. Dust.
Still there? The hand is still there?
You can see, where it's kind of disrupting the earth. Like something bigger is pushing through.
Okay. I'm going to run up to the place in the ground where it is coming up through, and I'm going to smack it back down with my quarterstaff. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Yay. All right. That's a d6. Ooh, not good. That is 4 points of damage.
All right.
And then I am going, for my second attack, I am going to do the same thing. No! That is a 5 to hit.
All right. So your first hit, you bring your staff down, your bedpost staff, down on this mound where you can see it's trying to claw up, and you hear the crunch of bones.
Yes.
And there's a little poof of spores that come out.
Ah, fuck.
It still looks like something's down there, but you've shoved it too far down. Your second hit doesn't really gain purchase because you've shoved it down too far.
Okay.
You two should try to get away.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 15 feet back.
Okay, please make a dexterity save.
Okay. That is a 19 to 19.
Perfect.
Yay.
You do some fancy footwork. You are able to backpedal over the gravestones, and it's good because just as you backpedal over one of the gravestones, another one of these creatures has busted out, and you can see the head. It is humanoid. It looks like a corpse that has been interned here, that has been covered in these orange spores, and there are growths in the head that are made from the spores. It looks like they could be fungal.
I was going to apologize for tripping over the gravestone, but not anymore.
Alder.
I forgot I have Danger Chicken as well.
You do have your familiar Danger Chicken. But before you decide what to do next,
Oh no.
we're going to do a little flashback.
Ooh.
You're in the kitchen of your friend Hulan, the pastry chef. He was human, right? Yeah,
Don't remember.
the human pastry chef.
It's canon.
Sure. Let's get it now.
I couldn't remember whether he had some elf in him, but he doesn't. He has some dwarf in him because his boyfriend's a dwarf. The human pastry chef who is rolling out crusts, and you're helping him put the metal stamp in the crust to bring out the pastry shells. Alder, Someone told me you have a secret recipe.
I told them not to say anything. It's a secret. God.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to steal it, but I'm very curious. The Great Miliosh Bake Off is coming up.
I do. And that's what I was going to use it for, but, I don't know. I've never baked. I mean, other than this, is it mostly cutting things out? I feel like it's pretty simple, right? You don't need to know a lot.
I mean, there's a little more to it, but,
Okay.
if you keep helping me, maybe you'll pick
Sure.
something up.
Sure.
I'm making His Lordship's lemon bars, but, and I know that might be unpopular here, but I'm going to try to make it all with ingredients from the Hedge.
Who doesn't like a lemon bar?
Well, no, it's not that they won't like the hit taste. I'm sure they would, but His Lordship's lemon bars are kind of emblematic of Lord's Gate in Rin's kingdom, and he's not very popular here.
Understood.
But that's where I come from, and that's where my recipes are from. But I figure if I made one that was all made from ingredients in the Hedge, that it could be saying that I have accepted this as my new home.
I like that. That would be great.
So here's the thing, Alder. I'm trying to get a hold of some lemons that grow in the Hedge, and they just don't. It's just not hot enough here. But someone told me that there is a grove where some druids long ago planted some lemon trees, and they're special lemons. They have very soft rinds and very sweet flesh. Yeah, I would really like to try them in this recipe, but Tyrion won't let me leave town.
Oh, I got you, boo.
Really?
Yeah.
If you could let me know if you come across these lemons and maybe pick some for me.
Oh.
That would be wonderful.
Done. Oh my God, lemon bars. This is gonna be great.
Okay, don't. That one's too thin. I have to re-roll it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So you're back in the zombie graveyard.
I'm glad we're just calling it.
And remembering, you see a glint of yellow on the treetops by this grove. Up on the top of the trees, where the corruption hasn't reached yet, there are still some lemons.
Okay, but we are in initiative still, yes?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Wait, where's the top of the trees?
Yeah.
So, how is that, right over where they are, the little beastie hands are coming out?
They're basically surrounding the little cemetery that you're in.
They're surrounding it. Okay. You know what? Because I'm going to use my little pixie wings and go up further, I think, maybe toward a lemon, and then I'm going to shoot from there, I think.
Yeah,
Eldritch Blast.
you have enough. Your Eldritch Blast.
I'd like
you
to get
could
away
be,
from the tombstones as fast as possible.
Yeah, you
All
could
of
be
them.
in the
Just
next
all of
town
them.
and still, it's fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to move up there and Eldritch Blast again. Specifically, so wait, that one's underground now? The one that had...
Dust hammered one underground, but another one came up right under his feet as he was moving away.
All right, I'm a whack-a-mole it. I'm going to do that one.
Okay. Hold that,
Oh.
because no, you can still use that roll.
Don't want to.
I just, I see. It's your lucky day. I'll let you roll again. I just realized I missed Trick and Initiative, so sit on that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Trick, you are currently hallucinating. If you would like to break out of it, you can try to make another Constitution save.
But I'm hallucinating and I'm mesmerized with my own beauty, right?
Correct.
So why would I want to stop a good thing?
You can choose to not make the save if you like.
How is this different from any other day with Trick?
It's not. So if I break my if I look away from the mirror, how does everything else look? If I look at
You break
Alder
away
and
from the
dust?
mirror, and there's this beautiful shimmery orange haze on everything. There are lens flares everywhere. It's awesome.
I think I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Alder, would you like to roll your attack?
I would, and then I would like to roll for Danger Chicken, too.
Okay.
All right. That is 14.
That hits.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Cool. Oh no. All right, that is, that's 5.
All right.
And Danger Chicken.
At
is-
5th level, you have 2 Eldritch Blasts.
I do have. All right.
Oh, snap.
That's a nat 20.
Hey! All right, roll that damage and double it.
All right, that is 4. And
And I assume Agonizing Blast also gets doubled.
No, dice get doubled, and then you add the bonus.
Oh, okay.
oh, sure. Okay, cool. So that's 10 plus 14.
Wow. Okay. This.
And then Danger Chicken is going to swoop down on them and sting.
All right. Yes, Danger Chicken does get his own actions.
He does get his own actions, indeed. And that is a 7, so I don't think it does anything.
No, he
All right.
snaps like a dog trying to eat a water sprinkler. Just can't.
On brand.
But your Eldritch Blast just cracked a few ribs off of this new reanimation that was coming up under Dust's feet. So you really packed a punch on it, but they are both still struggling out of the ground, and by this time they have both gotten to their feet. And they are, who is even around? Trick is the only one who's still in their range. They're clawing at you, but they can't quite get purchase. Your leather boots are just too shiny. They're distracting. Dust.
Is it me now?
I have
Oh no.
a flashback for you.
Okay.
Yes. Johnny, would you please relinquish
Oh,
your
I can
seat for a
stand.
moment?
I can
Oh, okay.
stand and
Whatever you prefer.
lean.
You're remembering when you went back to the Druid commune in the Lilac Wood,
Yeah.
the one who worshipped a unicorn that you helped to save. And you met, go ahead.
Karen. Hi, I'm Karen. Oh, hey, Dust. Thanks for coming back. How's everything going?
It's going all right. Trick has been sick, but we're fixing it.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me know if you need any healing herbs or anything like that. I do want to apologize. I realize it's kind of weird that we kind of worship you now, since your dad might be our god. I know
Well,
that's
you worship my aunt.
your aunt. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen my dad?
No. We've all just been really excited that you were coming back. Sorry if that's weird.
I mean, it is, but it's okay.
Cool. Some of the elders did have a question for you. So, we have been researching and praying to our God, your aunt, about these kind of plants that we were finding that were releasing this really weird pollen that seems to corrupt the plant and kill it, and then you know about this?
Yeah. We burned a whole tree of it.
Oh, great. So you're immune and you can fix all of it, right?
Nope.
Oh.
Burn it.
Ugh, so we've been praying to your aunt in hopes that she'd be able to stop it. So you can't do that, right?
I can burn it.
I mean, that is pretty cool. So,
Where is it right now?
oh, so we were experimenting. Well, the elders were experimenting on it, and we did find that. So you're aware about the plants and stuff like that. Did you run into any of the animals?
No.
Oh.
What
So
animal?
so we did find that if the pollen infects animal life, that has just it has an effect on it, and especially dead specimens, it can kind of revive them. But it's cool because he wipes it all out, so we're never ever going to run into that ever again. So that's good. But yeah, but you don't know really anything else about it?
No, we're trying to figure it out. We have some vials of it if you need more.
Oh, I will give that to the elders and hope it's not foreshadowing for anything in the future.
Yeah. we also have this. We stole this big flamethrower type thing, but it throws the spores. We didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, I will also give that to the elders and also hope that is not
Thank
any
you.
foreshadowing of anything in the future.
I really don't like carrying it.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. I'll take it and we'll put it near your shrine. I mean, we'll put it in the room where we store your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to weaving a tapestry of you, but it's really good that you came back to the monastery here, and we're really glad, and let us know if you want to leave any other things behind for us to worship. Okay, bye!
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Anja Keister. Okay, you're back in the graveyard.
Yeah.
2 of them have already shown themselves, but you are counting the headstones and seeing that there are far more than 2.
Okay. Can I see the sky from where we are?
Yes.
Okay. It's really early, but I would like to cast Call Lightning. It is a 3rd level spell. Don't have many of those, but let's do it. So, a storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius centered on a point you can see. I have to roll for this.
What point are you aiming it at?
I would like to aim it. Can I point it at multiple things throughout?
I mean, it's got a radius,
Yeah.
so I'm just asking.
I would like to generally point it at the gravestones that are stirring.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to bug zap them before they.
What about your friend Trick?
I'm just staring up at the clouds, the brewing storm.
I'm gonna hope that they're really, really precise lightning bolts.
Oh, do you choose where they go?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
yes,
all right
yes,
then.
yes. Yeah, I choose
Go
a
for
point.
it.
I choose a point that I can see within range, and then each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. So I'd like to do it just outside of Trick. But
Okay, so you're not
they're,
including
underneath him.
you're not including him in it.
No.
There is one right. The 2 that you mostly killed.
Yeah.
Have crawled over to him, but he's not near the bulk of the grave, so you can definitely target everything else that looks like it could stir.
Great. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. That's a 12 to hit.
Call Lightning doesn't require a spell attack roll. Lewd, you have to roll dexterity saves.
Thank you.
This is why we
What's your
have a
spell
professor.
save DC?
We're real good at this.
Yeah? What's your spell save DC?
It is 15.
Okay. Great. So about half of the gravestones just you see the spores just burst out, you have detonated those. It's not all of them. It looks like about half, but you're not sure how many of them are reanimated, and it's quite overgrown, but you have taken out quite a few of them.
Okay. Detonated in a good way, or those spores are now everywhere?
I mean, you might breathe them in, but you're not close to them.
Sorry. Great. That's my turn.
One of the reanimated corpses has latched onto Trick's leg and sinks its claws into him. It gains purchase, and you take 6 points of damage.
Ow!
This is poison damage. And please make a Constitution save.
Ooh, not good, 2.
All right. You are still hallucinating.
Nice.
And you take 6 more points of poison damage.
Fuck!
Oh no.
Alder.
Yes. to continue my magical whack-a-zombie
Okay.
and agonizing blast the one that is attached to Trick.
Can you help us, please?
That is a 10. Wait, nope. That is a 10.
That goes wide. But you have 2 blasts. Do another one.
Oh, right. That is also a 10.
Oh. You're
But-
just throwing sparks willy-nilly.
I am, and Danger Chicken is going to swoop down and distract the zombie by, like, doing a little chicken dance in his face. So it can't, hopefully, that...
Yeah, so any
disadvantage-
attack
any
on
attack
that
against
particular
him.
zombie, the one that's on Trick, will have disadvantage.
Yes.
Perfect.
Advantage for the attacker.
Dust, it is your turn.
All right. Is Trick still just doing his makeup?
Yeah. Trick, what are you... You've just been clawed in the leg by a poisonous zombie, but it didn't really seem to matter.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Great. Okay. This is fine. All right. I am going to. How far away are they from me right now?
Well, you got
went
out
like
of
15
dodge.
feet back, yeah.
You ran like 15 feet back. You're like... They're kind of... The ones that are out of the graves already are focused on Trick, so you're probably about 30 feet from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How high up is the mirror in like that the statue's holding?
The statue's on a platform and it's life size, so you're quite short. A tall person would have to kind of strain up and climb up onto the statue to view it.
So it's real hard for me to get up there.
It's pretty high for you.
5'11".
Yeah, it's pretty high for you.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I would like to attempt to run up around those zombies that are attacking Trick. Up. I want to smash the mirror
Okay.
if I can.
So it's 30 feet away from you, and you'd have
Yes.
to kind of climb up.
Yes.
Make a... I'm going to say like athletics to get up there.
Okay.
Enough to get close enough to harm the mirror.
Not my strong suit. That is an 8.
You scramble over there, but it's like slippery with like sludgy pollen-y stuff. And your foot slips and you just like are kind of hanging off of it by your wrists. You can't quite get up there this turn.
Okay.
But you're there.
Okay. Like, are there zombies like close to me?
Yes.
While I'm hanging on, can I like reach out and just try to like swat them with my bedpost?
Yeah. I'm going to
Okay.
say you used your movement.
Yeah.
So yeah, you still have your action. You just failed to get close enough to use your action on the mirror.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. And while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna be like, Trick, fucking Trick. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Yay. Cool. So that is 7 points of damage.
You're using your
Bludgeoning damage.
staff?
Yes, my quarterstaff.
You home run that shit. You smash its head right off its shoulders and it goes inert. Trick. You are still mesmerized, and now you're beginning to see not the grove around you, but the walls of your room at the Scarlet Stair, which is the beautiful high-end city brothel where you were trained and where you were working before you were exiled from the city. And you're with your coworker Henrietta, another tiefling, but with peachy skin and ram horns that curl on the sides of her head. And you're both getting ready for a client that you've been preparing for, who is only known to you as the Duke and the Duchess. And the Duke made the arrangement that they'll both be visiting you, and so you're both preparing to entertain them. And she's doing her makeup in her mirror, and she has a little shrine on her desk where she does her makeup. And it's got a little statuette, and she's burning some incense there. And she looks very meditative.
Henry, darling, what do you know about the Duke and the Duchess's proclivities?
Well, I've been told that they're both very nice, and they like to spoil you.
Ooh.
So I would very much like for us to be their new favorites. I've heard that he likes to watch when they're all playing together, but I've also heard that he will take men on his own as well.
Ooh, sounds like it'll be a fun evening.
Yes. And I've heard that they have a country house way outside the city walls in the Hedge.
Ooh, a vacation.
I've heard that they do bring people there for big parties. So if we become their favorites, then maybe they'll drive us out and we'll have a weekend, a work weekend.
It is so much better when you can be a little kept.
I agree. I'm going to say a prayer to my household god. Would you like me to say a prayer for you?
Who's your god?
Well, this is the god Hinnom, and Hinnom was a very famous courtesan, and I know that also out in the Hedge, there's a shrine to him because he was so wonderful at what he did, and all of his clients went on to great success and good fortune after seeing him. And it wasn't magic, it was just because he made them feel empowered and he gave them wonderful, wise advice.
You can send Hinnom my regards.
I'm going to do that. And maybe if the Duke and Duchess have us for their party, we can go and visit the shrine too.
That sounds like fun.
I would like to. I hear that in the shrine, if you look into his mirror, then you can commune with him. But I'm just going to commune with him through my own mirror now. And she begins to pray.
Is this the mirror that you just tried to shatter that mirror? A mirror?
I'm not in your flashback.
But you're recalling now that the Duke did become your most your client that visited you the most often, and I think you heard from him recently by way of someone else too, that he was sad that you were gone. But the branches draw back and you are in the grove again, and something large is stirring under your feet.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Okay, so I would like to maybe attempt to not be mesmerized any longer.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, 18.
All right. Your vision clears a little bit, and you come to your senses more, and you feel this burning pain in your leg from where the zombie clawed you. And under your feet, the stone, part of the plinth from the statue that dust is currently on as well, splits in half. And the statue just jolts to the side a little bit. It doesn't fall, but it becomes kind of off-center. And from the plinth underneath, this large humanoid rises, and it is large because it's decked in finery and jewels that have stayed preserved through its burial, but it is also decked in this orange fungus that's growing all around it, where you cannot make it out, and it rises with these long talons. And it seems to breathe in all of the pollen around it. The little humanoid zombies that have come out of the graves exhale all of their pollen, and it absorbs them. And the little humanoids fall inert.
I think I didn't bust a spell slot.
I did.
I need to roll the initiative for that. Okay.
Wait, are we also rolling another initiative?
No, I just needed to. Add the boss to the fight.
We don't have to. It's fine.
Okay.
It is gaining power. It's swelling with this fungus. And all at once, all of the corpses that have gone to the surface erupt in this orangey pollen. Alder, you are far away enough, but both of you please make Constitution saves.
What do I get for trying to help you?
Good luck.
Ooh, 18.
That's a 12.
Okay. You take 25 points of poison damage. Trick, you take half. So that's rounding down, right? So 13?
Constitution save for the concentration on Call Lightning.
Oh, thank you. Another Constitution save, please.
That one's 15.
You maintain.
Thank God I maintained.
And Trick, it is now your turn. No, wait a minute. You just went. Sorry. Alder, it is now your turn.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna Agonizing Blast, big boy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 14.
14 hits.
Yeah. Okay.
It's big, it's floating, it's hard to miss.
And should I do the right damage first and then the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is 11.
Great.
And then Agonizing Blast again. Oh, ho, ho. That is a 22.
Woo. 22 to hit.
22
Fantastic.
hit, and that is 8 points of damage.
But doesn't the second one also get your Agonizing Blast?
Oh, shit, yeah, maybe it does. That's... How much do I add to that again? I'm sorry.
4.
4. All right, cool. Yeah, that's going to be 12 damage.
Whew. Your Agonizing Blast just pop all the way through all of the growths and the fungus, the orange spongy fungus that's grown all around its face and head. It starts to slough off from your sparks.
Ooh, that is
so you can see like the jewels underneath, but also the kind of leathery, preserved skin and bone under it as well. But some of the fungus has sloughed off of the body.
Nice. And Danger Chicken is going to distract the hell out of that creature as much as he can.
All right. Danger Chicken flutters around its head.
Yeah.
Dust.
I would like to call down my lightning.
Please do.
So you have to make a roll. Yes.
That's a Constitution save, or is it a Dex save?
Dex.
Thank you. That is a 12.
It does not. So it takes 3d10 lightning damage. Oh. Look, it gave me more than that. 1, 2, 3. 19, 20.
The being is just floating there,
14
and
points of
it's
damage.
14. Oof, 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 oof. The being is just floating there above its own grave and covered in these spongy, mushroomy orange funguses that have been burst away. And you can see its face now because a ton of the stuff has been broken off of it. The eyes are hollow. They are not luminant. They are dull and empty. The being itself is not doing this. It's being used as a tool by this stuff. So you can tell this is not something whose spirit has been reanimated. It's just a body being used by this other intelligent question mark stuff. Mm-hmm. But it looks incredibly ragged, and most of the mushroomy stuff is gone.
Okay. That's it for me.
Trick.
Okay. So I have my wits about me now, and he's pretty. I assume this big, large monster is pretty close to me.
Yes, it's right above you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Burning Hands and just punch it in the face.
Great. I think that's a dex save for me, right?
Yes.
It fails.
Okay. 3d6. So that's 6. 6.
Oh!
5.
Amazing. All right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Trick.
Yeah.
Apologies to Matthew Mercer. How do you want to do this?
Okay. I'm angry because I'm like bloody and you've soiled my costume, but also I'm kind of jealous of yours. So my fists ignite and I just punch him with a left hook, a right hook, and then an uppercut.
with flames coming out of your fists.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that flavor. So yeah, you punch right through like the brittle bone, but the bone and the skin, it's there, it's protected by the finery. What the fire is igniting really radically fast is all of this orange corruption around it. And it burns into an inert black smoke, and the corpse collapses against the plinth that its own statue is resting on.
Nice.
And we are out of initiative. I know that we're already 3 minutes gone, but I'd love to wrap up. Is that okay with my handlers?
Yeah.
Is that okay? All right. Quick wrap up. The grove is inert now. What do you do?
I take his clothes. I want to take his clothes.
On his clothes, you this being that was worshipped as a god by your friend, who you are now grave robbing. I am a god. Are jewels, cameos that represent favorite clients and worshipers, tributes. You also have a dagger that seems to be one half of a pear, but you can't find the other half. It seems like the handle slots into another handle.
I would like to, because I don't know the backstory of this, I would like to ram the mirror with my horn and smash it. And then just make some flowers appear around. That's it.
I like that. Okay. So you ram the mirror, which is inert and dull. It shatters. And with your druid craft, I assume?
Yeah.
What kind of flowers?
They are lilies.
Lilies, perfect. All of these white and orange lilies come up out of the graves. And it seems like they're holding the residual color of the pollen, but it's not corrupted. It's just withholding that color that was there. And Alder, from these plants, you feel immense love and relief and gratefulness. And it's not like just the plants, it's like this very strong presence and personality coming out of these flowers.
Amazing. I'm going to pick the lemons and then fly back down.
The lemons, just like Hulan said, are really soft. It feels like you could eat the rinds.
I'm definitely going to eat one of the lemons.
The rinds are like you can chew them, but they're not very pleasant. But the flesh is sweet. It tastes like a lemon candy. It's so good.
Oh, I'm so into it.
Boom, boom. All right. As you see the shards of the mirror on the ground, you see one little shard flicker and begin to glow. And we'll end it there.
No!
Thank you so much, everyone, for the people who are after us. I'm so sorry I ran late, but we'll get out of here really fast. Thank you guys so much for coming.
That's it for this episode of Crash Chords Autographs. Our theme music is by Michael Kill. Our logo was designed by Case Aiken and Joey Amons. If you like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Facebook. You'll help us reach more listeners. Questions, comments, or guest recommendations? Email matt.storm@crashchords.com or hit us up on Twitter @crashchordsweb. Thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Victor Devon, and I am the host of We Burlesque, the podcast. Every Monday, I talk to fabulous denizens of nightlife, including burlesque performers, both seasoned and new to the form, drag performers, performance artists, DJs, and artists who make up their respective scenes. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and more. Please visit weburlesque.com to check out episode recaps and see all the formats available. And remember that music is life. Life is good.